Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. It's good evening from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Reppin, otherwise short for Delair London Guna Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Welcome again um, to another match day review involving our Premier League clash away to the champions of Europe and the champions of the world, Manchester City. Well, it finished Manchester City nil, Arsenal nil, and it was an excellent defensive performance from the Arsenal. Absolutely excellent. But before I go into it, make sure that you show me love, joy, and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, Do that in abundance for me. Do share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives, And if you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. Again, it doesn't matter what age you are, what race you are, etc., etc. Do get sharing this channel, And on top of that, in the comment section below, you know the drill. Give me your views of the game, individual ratings, or individual player rating if you want to do that. Ask me some questions. Now it's your chance. Leave it in the comment section below where positive feedback belongs as far as DLG Repping is concerned. So keep it nice, but please just remember to keep it respectful. And on top of that, smash the heck out of the subscribe button for me. And I mean smash the effing hell out of the subscribe button for me. Left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately, My aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. I don't see why I can't do it. As long as I'm consistent in my contents, and producing more contents, then I will be consistent with you guys, and you guys bear patience with me, Get subscribing. I do apologize for a no-show. I was meant to film. I was meant to produce. I was meant to record another content at, was it 8:30? I overslept, and I do apologize. So bear in mind, like, comment, share, and subscribe. So back onto the game. For me, it was always going to be a tough game. Man City on the ball were always better than us, A lot more technical on the ball than what we have. They have a stronger bench than us, A stronger squad. The reality is they are treble winners for a reason. They are the best in Europe and the best in the world for a reason. And we saw the evidence of that on the ball. However, I thought we had the clear-cut chances. And we restricted to Manchester City with one shot on target, and that's due to our defensive display. A massive shout out to William Saliba and Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. What an excellent performance from them two, especially at the back. They kept Haaland quiet between them. Absolutely bodied him. No arguments there. I mean, defensively, we were absolutely superbly excellent, except Jakub Koviar had troubles with Bernardo Silva. He came up against a classy winger. Hence the reason why we took him off at half-time or early in the second half and replaced him with Takahiro Tomiyasu. And you could see the difference already. Tomiyasu, he's always goal side of his opponent. He's solid defensively. 1v1s, he's absolutely terrific. Hence the reason why he came on for Jakub Koviar. Benjamin White on the other side of the defense was excellent. I thought he had a superb game. Kudos to the defense, because we are the first team to stop Man City scoring a league goal at the Etihad in over a year or so. Guys, help me out here. Drop it in the comment section below. Give me some stats, man. Stat me up. Stat me up. But I am delighted with the performance. Unfortunately, there were some individuals that weren't so brilliant. Bukayo Saka really didn't do enough for me offensively. And when he did, ended up on the front foot, he was not producing the goods. Martin Odegaard for me took too long to release a pass. After the sixth touch, the chance has gone. Man City defenders have got back, and they would have thwarted Havertz's run. Who was on the left? Yeah, it was Jesus. He had up to 2 or 3 gilt-edged half chances, and not one did he take. Not one did he take. I mean, he is frustrating to the point where he could face the wrath of Arsenal fans demanding for him to be transferred away from the club in the summer. Kai Havertz, he didn't have a bad game. I mean, rate him or loathe him, he did not have a bad game at all. And I thought overall the performance was based on the defence. My man of the match, personally speaking, I think Declan Rice was my man of the match. If I am going to be truthful, Declan Rice was my man of the match. And speaking of ratings, I'm going to get into it straight away. So let's get into the goalkeeper. For me, his kicking for me was woeful. There was not one mistake, 2 mistakes. There was 4, 5 moments where his kicking was wayward. But other than that, he came out and claimed well from a cross or a set piece. He didn't have a lot to do apart from the kicking. That's the bizarre thing about David Raya's performance. He wasn't really put under pressure because the defence done its job and done its job superbly well. I'm going to give David Raya, I'm going to give him a 6. Right, Benjamin White, right back. For me, I thought he was solid. He offered us an alternative from an offensive point of view, putting a good cross in the area, but it wasn't taken. And when the cross that he put in for Kvyat, I thought Jakub Kvyat should have hit it first time. Hit it, go for broke, get yourself a famous big goal. But he couldn't do that for Benjamin White. Other than that, defensively, 1v1s, he was sound and solid. I feel that he gets a 7.5, Benjamin White. William Saliba, for me, gave the ball away in dangerous areas a couple of times. But other than that, he was terrific against Haaland, without a shadow of a doubt. He had him in his pocket. He matched him for strength, held him up, and when he happened to challenge him at the right moment of the game, he did that superbly well. I thought it was an excellent all-round performance by Saliba. I'm going to give him a 9. Gabriel dos Santos Miguel, absolutely terrific 1v1 marking against Haaland. I mean, I think he's shown the world of centre-halves exactly how you defend against Erling Braut Haaland. Never gave him a moment's rest. He was constantly in his ear, pulling his shirt. He gave him a game to remember. He gave him a physical battle all afternoon. Every time Haaland got anywhere near Gabriel, Gabriel was so up for it. Every challenge, whether aerially or on the ground, Gabriel dos Santos Miguelis gets my full mark and full praising. I won't say full mark, but he'll get my full praising, and great job done by him. I'm going to give him a 9. Jakub Kvyat, for me, the first 5 minutes, he started off sharply, but after that, he had a stinker against Bernardo Silva. 1v1, he was getting beaten too easily to the point Jesus had to drop back from a left wing position into the left back area to try and help him out. Yeah, he really struggled as the game was growing. I feel that I'm going to have to give him a 6. No, I'm going to have to give him No, I'm going to be honest and give him a 4.5 tops. Right, the midfield. Uh, Jorginho. As the game got longer, he started to tire a bit. You know, don't get me wrong, he was part of our intricate play with the ball at our feet. But again, yeah, he was found blowing a bit, if I can say that. He looked like he was getting tired, and the Thomas Partey came on for him and done as well as he could for him. But Jorginho was not bad in the first half, but I think he faded in the second half. I'll give him a 6.5. Declan Rice, 9.5, my man of the match. He was absolutely terrific, absolutely solid. He, Jorginho, to an extent, and Martin Odegaard off the ball. Whenever Man City had Man City had the ball, the pressing between the three of them, and from even the defensive side of things, was absolutely on point. And they squeezed Man City hard in under the ball pressure, and made it not so easy for them to play the intricate stuff. I thought who is it? I thought Declan Rice was the pinnacle of that. I'm going to give him a 9.5. Martin Odegaard, again, another big game, another flatter to deceiver moment. And he's had too many of them in the big games away from home. Martin Odegaard, for me, he showed great technical ability with the ball. But when you want him to release the ball as a number 10, he is just too slow, and he holds on to the ball too long. And that's what we didn't want from him. He only released Havertz once he made the run. But other than that, there wasn't a moment where I can say he should have. There wasn't too many moments where he released the ball on time. I'm gonna give him a 6. Right, the front three, Bukayo Saka. He was more cold than hot. Let's be real. I mean, 1v1 against Guardiola. Guardiola came up on top against him. I didn't see much of him, and yeah, I felt his teammates should have done more to get him into the game. But the only one moment of brilliant was when he got onto the wing, down the line, put in a superb cross for Jesus to try and tap in, should I say? And he didn't do, and Jesus didn't get on the end of it. For me, Bukayo Saka overall, he looked like he was carrying an injury or he was tired. Either way, I'm going to give him a 6. Gabriel Jesus, again, he had the best chance. We had the best chance of the game, and he had 2 or 3 of them, and he just didn't take one. Offered us very little from a offensive point of view. Didn't look dangerous to Man City at all. You would have thought playing against Manchester City, his old employees would have hyped him up, would have really livened him up and given him the hype. It just didn't do anything for me. He just didn't do a lot for me. I just didn't think he was on top of his game on Sunday. I'm going to give him a 6. Kai Havertz, no supply as such. I feel a little bit sorry for him because he didn't get that supply. And when he made a good run, I think it was in the first half or second half, he made a very good run. All Odegaard had to do is play him through, and you could tell by his body language, he was like, "What are you doing? Why?" He's like, "Why didn't you effing play me in? Seriously, why didn't you play me in on time? You're holding on to the ball." You can see the frustration in his body language, and on a good note, he tried getting into the game. He really did try. He did come back and help out defensively and to limit the space Manchester City want in the final third. But I would give Havertz. I'll just about give him a 7. Right, the substitutions. Thomas Partey on for Jorginho. He came on. He played in the second half. That was. He played a nice through the eye of the needle ball to Odegaard. I think he sweeps it. He then passes it on to Trossard, and I'm going to get onto Trossard in a minute. He looked really good. Well, he looked lively to say the least. Thomas Partey, I'm going to give him a 6.5 for the little that he contributed. He didn't look what's the word? I didn't think he looked what's the word? Rusty. He looked like he was getting back into his best performances as he has done, best form. So I'm going to give Thomas Partey a 6.5. Let me go to Leandro Trossard. When put through, I think by Odegaard, he had the opportunity to play Gabriel Martinelli in, who I'm going to get onto in a minute. And what he's done is he's run the ball down the line. He's obviously ran the ball down the wing on the line, and he's gone for a shot which was so selfish. All he has to do is just first time play the pass to Gabriel Martinelli, and Martinelli's in. And who knows, maybe 1-0 or not 1-0, but that's the fine margins there. Leandro Trossard, I'm giving him a 5. Gabriel Martinelli, unfortunate not to get a crossfield pass from Leandro Trossard. When he came on, you could see that he offered us a lot more injection in terms of his pace. I didn't feel that he really got the opportunity to express himself on the ball as much. So I'm going to give him a standard 5. Who else came on? Oh, Takahiro Tomiyasu. Yes, he came on for Jakub Kiwior. You could see instantly the 1v1s. Tomiyasu, he's one of the best in the game in the Premier League. 1v1s. He doesn't mind. Well, I say that, but did he get done by Doku? No, he didn't get done by Doku. It was Jakub Kiwior and someone else. But you can tell. Excuse me. Yeah, you can tell that he was up for the 1v1 against Doku, and yeah, he came in, done a solid job as best he could. 6 for Tomiyasu. Mikel Arteta, the manager. For me, defensively, I'll tell you what, he set us up really well. The substitutions, I felt that we should have gone for Martinelli. We should have brought on Martinelli and Trossard a little bit earlier. That's the thing. That's one of the things why I criticize him based on his game management. If you're looking at his overall performance from the touchline, yeah, you can tell that he wanted Arsenal to defend first, and any opportunity for a counter attack, he has told them make sure you go about it very quickly. And to be fair, they did exactly more or less what he asked them to do. That's fine. He got them to follow that instruction, and he did. But the substitution, well, you have to question why did Martinelli came on with 12 minutes to go when he should have had 20 odd minutes. Maybe Trossard should have had 20 odd minutes. Partey for Jorginho, I think that was the right call, and yeah, he got the right call for taking off Kiwior and bringing on Tomiyasu. Apart from the substitutions, I think that's questionable. I'm going to give him an 8. The referee, Anthony Taylor. Now, he allowed a lot of challenges to go. until he booked one or two Arsenal players. One, Jesus got himself booked stupidly by, not kicking the ball away, by bringing the second ball in to field of play and not kicking it out of play when he should have. It was a stupid booking, and he knows it. I think another Arsenal player was booked as well in that fixture. I can't remember who it was. But other than that, I felt he allowed the game to flow. He didn't make it about himself, even though he was under a lot of pressure from both sets of players to brandish a yellow card. But overall, he allowed the game to flow as best as he could as a contest. So I'm going to give the referee a 7.5, Anthony Taylor. And I give him a 7.5 because he allowed both teams to, he allowed both sets of players to throw in challenges. There were tackles going in from both sets of players, and to be fair, he didn't have to really blow as much. I think he was balanced in his decision based on giving a free kick to both sets of teams. So yeah, 7.5. I'm going to go with the Arsenal fan base. Last but not least, I thought they were absolutely tremendous. Travelled a long way, obviously, by car, which would have cost them petrol, by train, which would have cost them money, or mini coach or coach. Either way, train or coach, that would have cost them a lot of money. I think they got they've got a really good defensive performance from the team. They got to view that. They got to view the clear cut chances we had, and possibly should have won it by a goal to nil if there was a real clear cut chance that you can think of. Maybe Trossard squaring it to Martinelli, but other than that, it was an outstanding performance from the away fans. 9.5 for them. Well, what a pleasure to go through this player ratings. As always on this YouTube channel, powered by StreamYard. Thank you, StreamYard. And speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for listening. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching and saving the best to last. I thank you so much for putting up with me and my little yawns. So do look after your friends. Do make sure you look after your families, and make sure you look after yourself, which is always important. More peace, more love, more blessings again. Until next time, that's your host, your guy himself, DOG Repping. I'll be back, yeah? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please do that for me, please. And on top of that, yeah, make sure that you're always nice to someone, yeah? Please be nice. And I do mean just be nice. Cheers. Later.